There we go. That fixed it. Yeah. Much better.
Yeah.
Greetings from Monday. Hello. How are you?
It's
fine. Thank you.
We are the Daily Hour with me.
Yeah.
Monday
Whoa.
Oh, well.
Whoa.
Oh
Man. We're on TV. Once again, once a day, every day, we turn on the machines. We're going to be talking here for the hour. It's Monday.
It is. A lot of things have happened this Monday.
Hello, Dan.
Hey, Carl. How are you?
What kind of things are you talking about, Dan?
Well, there's some Neanderthal science that I can talk about. 2 or 3 different items about Neanderthals lately.
Or just cavemen?
They're not falls, huh?
I think the correct pronunciation is Neanderthal, but because there's an H right after it that is silent, it's not a th, it's a t-hall. Neanderthal.
Why do they get a hall? I've never had a hall.
I don't know. They've been around for a while. They could afford to build one. You know, they saved up. That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, Carl. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Get in line, sir.
Neanderthals. Yeah. One thing is they found a full set of teeth in several specimens, and they looked at the particles stuck in the teeth. And they saw a wide variety of different particles. They've thought for a long time that Neanderthals ate almost exclusively meat, that they hunted large game animals and didn't eat much in the way of fruit or vegetables or anything.
Like the woolly mammoth.
Oh, not just that. The difference between modern humans or Homo sapiens like us and Neanderthals is that Neanderthals hunted with spears directly. They attacked the animals directly with spears. Homo sapiens, us, we used projectiles, slings, arrows. We threw spears. Instead of the stabby thing, we did the throwy thing. We hunted from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
And that made the difference. I've read studies about how they looked at the skeletons of Neanderthals, and they had all kinds of injuries and breaks, and they matched significantly the same kinds of breaks and fractures suffered by bronco riders and horse, broke back riders, horses and cows and stuff, that they would be bucked off. They had the same kinds of injuries.
So they were jumping on cows and stuff? And then buffalo?
They attacked the animals directly with spears directly, and a lot of them were injured in the same way that these riders get injured with these blunt force things. So, that was a problem. Whereas our ancestors that diverged about 400,000 years ago, we used how to learn. We learned how to use throwing weapons, throwing implements, and stayed safer. More survived, fewer injuries, longer lifespan.
Yeah, it seems like it would be a better way of doing things. So what did they find in the teeth?
Okay, they found all kinds of stuff. It was a wide variety. It wasn't just meat. They believe that Neanderthals ate meat because they have found what are called coprolites. And these are fossilized turds. Okay, yeah, gross, but that's everything the person ate.
Yeah.
And it's like they would find a cave where Neanderthals would live, and there'd be a pile of bones, and many of them had been worked into tools and such.
The bones did?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Bones from but they would they would find bone piles, and they would find little turd spots.
But they used the bones of their families for tools?
No. Antelope and muskox and gazelle and horse and all manner of big
Reduce, reuse, recycle, Kenny.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't recall reading much in the way of them finding birds. but they fish and big game, but they ate a lot of meat. And they were physically more muscular. 30% more muscle, 25% more muscle, just naturally. So these people were strong. Physically strong.
More like monkeys.
Closer.
Yeah.
But their brains were bigger. Slightly bigger. There was more brain mass. They had larger brain mass.
But they weren't smarter, maybe.
They had language. Their larynx to make vocal sounds was such that they could articulate by someone with a palate issue.
So, all those people in the past were just as smart as we are from way back then when they didn't have computers and stuff, you know?
Well, you have to qualify smart. Okay, they had burial things, and they traveled in groups, and they had ceremonies, and they had jewelry, and they did real simple art.
Yeah.
Well,
what about the first humans that evolved? You know, are they as smart as we are now? That's the weird thing.
It's been such a gradual thing.
Yeah.
It's hard to say when you say human.
Yeah,
they're
when you draw the
human,
line.
but they were very different than us.
Yeah.
So anyway, so they found these grains. They found that they ate all kinds of things. And one scientist made a pretty valid argument that often small groups, tribal groups and such, when they get an animal, they eat the contents of their stomach.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, and they talked about what it was like and everything, and it's not a bad thing apparently.
Well, it's already digested food.
Yeah, already. And if they are hunting herbivores, then that is going to be content of their diet if they're hunting game animals. So this person said it doesn't necessarily mean that they're cooking herbs and vegetables, because they found all kinds of they found a couple of different herbs, like the grains and bits and pieces.
Yeah, you can't. It's like
yarrow and something else that are considered medicinal because they have properties.
It's close to being cooked. When you eat the animals, if the animal ate the plants, you can eat the plants. So you can't eat like I don't know, raw like cabbage or something. I guess you could.
Well, it's already been digested, and they said it would be a thick, creamy consistency that was not harsh, not a harsh flavor. wasn't a bad flavor. Because apparently the person reporting said he talked to people that had eaten this, that in small tribes this is considered delicacy and a favorite thing, and they said it was like cream cheese.
Yeah.
So
yeah, are you grossed out yet? But hey,
no,
these are answers.
not yet.
Caveman.
Not yet. I'm gonna dig a little deeper, but first I want to ask whether or not there was processed sugar between
highly. You know what? If they were eating the contents of the stomach,
right,
the vegetables would be partly broken down, and there would be sugar in that. Absolutely, sugar.
But
so
I mean,
it's
like,
entirely possible. It's kind of sweet.
Not sugar.
Not likely. Because corn didn't exist at that time. So they couldn't have made artificial corn sweetener, corn anything. No corn syrup, no nothing. No corn. Didn't exist.
How did they live?
A diet do. Yeah, that's NutraSweet. There's nothing natural about that shit.
Right. So did I hear you correctly and say that there were like little turds or
coprolites?
Whatever.
Okay. Coprolites are just a whole wing of study in themselves, because they have looked at fossilized dinosaur turds, mammoth turds, all the turds of all they could find. They look at them and it tells them what the creature ate. Because it started somewhere and it ended up there, and there's all kinds of stuff that's not fully processed, and they can look at that in electron micrographs, and they see pollen grains and fiber that is easily recognizable today under the same circumstance. So, and they X-ray it, and you sit there and think, people looking at fossilized turds. That's really gross. But no, it's fascinating. It's science.
I mean, they look like rocks.
Yeah, little poop-shaped rocks. And from this, they said that the Neanderthal turds were highly processed.
Well,
Like most people, if you eat a high meat diet, you get stopped up. You need fiber to work that through.
I put my foot in my mouth before, but I've never, eaten, which kind of leads me to another.
We need string them.
With the
we need to roll the dice.
Right.
Keep talking. I'm interested.
I'm wondering whether or not we the domesticated dogs picked up our somewhat of our diet.
Yes, they would have. They did. They've. That's how they
I
figure.
noticed that some domesticated dogs, when you walk them through the park or whatnot, and they see something that's stinky on the ground, that they eat it.
Dogs were incorporated into human society a very long time ago. A long time ago. 70, 80,000 years ago, something. Yeah, we got a pen over here. Did you get your number?
Yeah, I finally got it. Or did they basically just eat
No, what they figure with dogs is that humans would discard all kinds of scraps.
Mm-hmm.
And dog ancestors, wolves, foxes, coyotes, they would have hung out as a source of food. And sooner or later, the two groups get used to each other.
Yeah.
And what they figure is someone adopted puppies at some point and kept the one that was most friendly. And okay, I'm going to roll a dice.
Here we go. Viewers, you get out a pen, write a number down in your hands between 1 and 6. We're going to be rolling this dice. Get one quickly. We'll just roll that one. There's a bunch of them. We're going to roll 1 to begin with. Here it goes. It's a 5. I lost.
There's plenty of dice in front of Kenny.
Carl, did you win?
No, I did not. I kind of thought that maybe this kind of mode of diet would be so above human beings, but the dogs, some dogs' digestive systems don't work as well as other dogs, and so that's why some dogs just, I believe that they go, feast on junk.
Well, I didn't know about that, but that they figured our ancestors adopted dogs long ago. They were domesticated a long time ago. They did a study.
So
I don't know if I talked about this. They learn from one or another, some sort of learned behavior. It's kind of an artificial natural selection. There's an ongoing study. It's still going on. It's been going on for 70 years. And it's this red fox study. So what they do in the study, they capture foxes, and of the litters, the foxes that are most friendly, they do friendly behaviors and stuff, those foxes are taken from the litter, and they're mated with another fox that is more friendly towards human. They display fewer aggressive traits towards people. And then of their offspring, they take the most friendly, and they do this over and over again. And foxes, within 40 generations, they behave like dogs. Wagging the tail, roll over and beg, whine and want to lick your face and stuff, and it's all juvenile behaviors. And it's a selection thing. And it's entirely possible, but that way back then, these dog ancestors, wolves or foxes or whatever they were, they got used to humans, and a mother fox abandons the puppies, and one of them doesn't snarl, and someone says, "Oh, cute puppy! Oh, could have been anyone, right?" And they raise the puppy, and the dog becomes used to people, and so yeah.
Wow, dogs, yeah.
Yeah, so that's how they figure. Cats, they were not domesticated until less than 10,000 years. So, and their behavioral construct is different than dogs.
Right. Of course.
Dogs and elephants are the few. They should probably study other animals, but they probably are. That you can point to something, and a dog will look at what you're pointing, where you're pointing at. Elephant, they just know this. You can point to something, and the elephant will look to where you're pointing, and it's a thing, and it's
I think cats can do that.
Maybe to a certain degree, but I think that
cats follow my finger. They don't go past it.
Cats are kind of aloof.
But they look at.
I've tried this 1,000 times with different cats. No, they're looking at your finger.
But maybe if they have a thing you want, you're like, maybe they look at your finger and then they see it also. They're like, oh.
I have thrown things and they follow the thrown thing.
Yeah.
Right.
But they don't seem to get the abstract gestury thing where you're pointing and it's in that direction.
I guess it maybe depends on how far you're pointing, but I've pointed things out to cats and then they see it.
Test this.
Maybe it's just food, so I'm like this and they're like seeing the finger and then they're just kind of also happening to see what I'm pointing at because it's kind of like they're following my finger and then they don't stop immediately.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the cats they can do it. Maybe not as well.
Well, I think that they look at your finger and saying, "Ooh, that's something to wipe my glands against."
It feels good to them.
Yes,
it gives them pleasure doing that.
It does.
Yeah.
And then some other cats, like to, run that garment from the top of their head all the way to the back of their tail.
Yeah. So they.
It's cutting out. What happened?
Okay. It's better now. Thank you.
Oh. Cutting in and out.
Shit.
You can use the phone. Is it working now?
There. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can tell because I can hear the sound of my voice with an echoey kind of translucent flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got some voicemails. Mr. Ginsey left us a ton today, so this first one is from 3 a.m.
He does that.
Huh?
He does that.
He does, yeah. So he called like all day yesterday.
Trying to think what else about Neanderthals. But yeah, copper-like stuff.
I am.
What?
I just fucked my
Really?
fucking son of a bitch.
Oh.
You know how fucked I am?
How much?
I just fucked my back up.
Just a little bit, right?
His back, he has a bad back. That's when he likes to call.
It hurts like fucking hell.
He wants to call and complain about his pain.
Sorry, dude.
It's Halloween
Sorry.
week.
I blame Thurston County.
Oh, really? Why?
Well,
Because who knows where I'd be right now if fucking man stole my marijuana.
Oh, and mess up your back.
They outright stole that shit, motherfucker.
Came in.
That's all I got to say.
Oh, is it?
I think you got to say more.
I just,
Rim shot.
I'm fucking coming unglued half-assed.
Uh-oh.
I guess you could say I'm coming unglued. Motherfucking, I'm dying.
Quick,
Oh,
No
no.
weed.
grab some Elmer's.
I got no way to grow weed. I got
Reglue.
fucking
Is there a glue stick in the house?
nowhere to go, and I'm moving. I just looked through a big pile of shit.
What kind of pile?
Oh,
House cleaning?
fuck, man.
Oh boy.
Is
I
it,
don't know what to do with it.
is it a pile of coprolites?
This is at 3 a.m.
I don't know what to do. And then I'm supposed to fucking, somebody said, oh yeah, you can leave anything you want, or something like that. Well, now it's like a search and seizure, man. It's like fucking, get the fuck out, because
'Cause why?
I ain't paying rent there no more, and
that's probably not
yeah.
Oh wait, info
You can
time.
move it, fucking.
Is Carl ready?
Now
think he
it's
Are you going to do
time.
it?
Yes.
Are you going to do
Here
it?
are answers to some frequently asked questions about the program you're watching right now. It's called Your Daily Hour with Me. It's a call-in television talk show that's filmed right here in Thurston County every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It airs every night, 11:30 p.m. on Channel 22. Each episode airs a week after it was taped. So if you're watching this at 11:30 p.m., this episode's taped last week. If you're watching this at 2 a.m., this episode taped same month as
Last
the prior
year.
year. You can watch any episode on YouTube, and anyone cannot come on the program, especially you. We rely on the community for content, so give us a call at this number, leave a message. We'll call you back
836-434.
on the next episode. Thanks for watching.
We will.
Now back
If
to
you
the
answer it,
program.
you'll be on TV. Yeah.
Kinda, maybe.
Yeah.
That's
Call
better.
that number right up there.
Yeah, right that way.
It's Halloween.
836-438.
It's Halloween week this week.
I'm working on Halloween.
Oh, I mean that's a lot of people are. It's not really a real.
I should
Sanctioned
dress up
holiday.
at work, shouldn't I?
Yeah, it's a party holiday. Well, you don't have a dress code as much as other jobs, so you could definitely do it for
I'm
work.
wearing steampunk. I got all kinds of steampunk.
You have a plan.
Yeah, I got a hat. I got goggles. Oh yeah, made them myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So you're
badass.
gonna get
We're gonna be at TCTV. Oh no, that's not gonna be.
Why yes.
On
yes, I
Thursday,
am.
I think we're going to be going. Maybe we
Punk.
should call Freddie and ask him about this, but we're going to be going to TCTV possibly on Thursday for our Halloween special.
Really?
It's Halloween and the season premiere. They ended up coinciding.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, right. We figured this out yesterday, so we don't know if we're able to book the studio. That we'll find out here. Let's call Freddie and ask him.
Do you need motor oil to, loosen up some of the joints, of your, steampunk apparatus?
Yeah.
Or is it going to be rusty?
You're gonna get
Is it
stuck,
gonna-
yeah.
Now I got a hat. I've got goggles. I've got the shirt.
You don't have any.
I've got all kinds of clippity deals. I got a belt thing. I've got a big old fat steampunk gun thing.
So you're not going to be the Tin Woodsman?
No. I'm more of an engineer.
Okay.
I'm an engineer. Clearly, I'm an engineer. Yeah. Yeah.
Here we go. Picking up Freddie.
Yeah.
Oh darn.
Hey, you've reached Freddie Dobler. I can't come to the phone right now.
Sorry
but
about that.
if you leave me a nice message, then I will call you back as soon as I can. Thanks a lot.
Hey, Fred, it's the program.
Yo, Freddie.
Did we book Thursday?
It's Monday once again.
Call us back. You have about 40 minutes.
You do.
What do you think? You think that we could book it on Thursday? You think there's anything happening? Yeah, as a guess.
Odds are low.
Odds are low that something's happening.
Correct.
All right, we'll probably be there then. That's going to be this Thursday for our Halloween special and season premiere.
Glenn did it last week, I believe.
Yeah, well, the tail end week is usually the clearest.
Right.
Because most months have 4 weeks in them, a full fourth week. But the fifth week is usually, it varies. So regularly scheduled activities,
But
there isn't much in the fifth week.
in terms of opening though,
It's going to be this Thursday.
Glenn did it last, Thursday, and sometimes FOR tapes.
Yeah.
We're
yeah.
gonna.
But
we're
there's
gonna go
nothing
there.
planned that I'm aware of.
So we're gonna have to get some.
Which is good.
Do they have any Halloween?
There's a few decorations there. There's some lights In there's string lights that are white that are going unused, that can be used by anyone producing something.
For Halloween, do they look Halloween-y?
They're white. So
we're gonna
you'd
have to do some
put
Halloween
something
stuff.
orange or purple in front of them.
Well, we'll figure it out. We're gonna be.
Oh yeah, we can do orange and purple lights all the way, baby. Yeah, all the way.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun there on Thursday. You
Yeah.
see anything on the streets in the last week? Close stuff.
Chickens.
Oh well, and that explosion too, right?
Yeah. So here. On the west side.
Yes.
Here on the west side.
There was an
west
explosion, I heard
the west
it.
side's pretty big. So, anyway, here on the west side, there is a dive shop, and I am friends with the owners, and I hang out with them regularly. And one of the air tanks, had been filled, and it was being stored with a bunch of others. And a failure in the canister released this compressed air.
Well, this can't be good.
Well, it blew a hole in the back, and bits and pieces went flying forward. And there was a dude there in the shop at the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, stuff went flying everywhere and missed him completely.
Wow.
It was like he had a shield.
He was lucky he could have gotten killed.
Yeah. Well, people heard the boom. I heard the boom. I was outside when I heard. No, I was inside when I heard the boom.
Wow.
And quite naturally, it's like, oh, is that a gunshot?
From blocks away.
Yeah.
Miles away, maybe. Maybe a mile.
No, not even a mile. I'd have to Google Map or Google Earth the distance, and.
But you were at your apartment when it went off.
I'm trying to think. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, like an L.
Yeah.
But you were at your apartment inside.
Yeah, heard the boom. It was heard all over the place. That was really...
4 blocks one way, 4 blocks the other way? Like
3 blocks one direction, and 1 block another direction.
So
you gotta do the Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah.
You know about that?
Well, that makes a right triangle, and so I'm trying to assess the distance, and that would be 3.2, 3.3 blocks.
What kind of time are we talking about?
It was 11 a.m., 11 in the morning. I forget what day, 3 or 4 or 5 days ago. You might have heard something. It was a big boom. So...
Well,
anyway.
Sometimes I got my earphones on.
How did?
Yeah. They're. Hopefully, I'm going to hang out with them this Sunday, because every other Sunday I'll go and I would hang out with their family and another family, and we would play games and eat food and just hang out and talk and laugh and a very pleasant social evening.
Did that guy's ears get messed up or anything? Did anything bad happen to him?
I would think if it didn't, I would be dubiously surprised.
It was a real explosion though, right? Like in the place, like the tank exploded, like the one tank, and then it shot stuff?
Well, yeah, there was no fire or anything. It's that there were cracks in the steel, and they finally gave out, and it went this way and that way,
the
2 ends.
Kenny seems to find me out on the street sometimes.
Yeah, it's like on the street.
You know, so...
I saw Carl on the street.
Well, this is not the first time. One time, I was walking past, behind the elementary school here, and, it was late at night, and you were riding beside me on a bicycle.
Yeah, it happened.
And so, it's like I'm wearing headphones, and I don't know. Sometimes I'm totally oblivious to sound.
Yeah, and then I was like, "Caw, caw!"
I got my bike stolen.
Oh no, you got your bike stolen?
Oh no!
What's up with that?
There's a West Side ring. There is a West Side.
Bike dealers?
Few people. No, there's usually not many. They just keep busy.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we can put them out of business.
Well, there's
you
a
know.
lot of lock up your bikes, people. There's a lot of bikes around here, I guess.
Well, yeah.
Mine was stolen about 5 or 6 days ago, and there was another one. I have a Facebook friend that lives here on the west side. They had their bike stolen last night.
Well, if I ever get this idea going about having cardboard bikes made here, you know, that's like such a cheap raw resource, you know, cardboard and you know, melting down plastic or whatever else that can, however else those bikes would be able to be created for like $50 to $60.
Is it time for a roll?
Yeah,
It is. Here we go.
hopefully
We're gonna roll the dice now. Oh, 1 and 4 I lost.
excellent.
You win, Carl?
Yes,
give a one?
I won.
Give it 1.
No,
You got a 4?
I have yes, I have a 4.
There's a 1, a 4, and a 5. If you are playing the roll of the dice and you picked a 1, 4, or 5, you are a winner.
You have 500 points.
Congratulations.
Here's a message from Dan Dobler.
Hi, Shitty. This is Dan. How you doing? You're
Good.
coming back by.
Okay. Let's call Dan Dobler back, even though it's a little bit late.
Yeah.
If he's not answering, maybe he's sleeping. But if he's sleeping, he does not answer the phone. Here it goes. I think the government came back from the last week since you've been there. So
Yeah.
yeah, but also elections are when is elections?
I got my ballot in the mail today.
When is that?
Early November. 2nd, 5th, 6th,
So
something
we
like
still
that.
have time to talk about it. I really don't even know anything on the ballots, and I'm trying to figure out what to vote for.
522, labeled GMOs.
Well, there you go. That's
I thought that one. I don't know. I don't need any more labeling. I think if you don't want
The
to,
phone of Dan Dobler.
At the tone, please record.
if you don't want to buy something
You have finished
and you're
recording.
questioning
Hang
what
up
it is,
or
don't buy
press
it.
1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Just don't buy
I want
it.
to know if
Freddie Dobler calling us back. Yeah, but if you don't, just don't buy
I want
it.
to know. I want to know. I want it labeled. That's all.
That's
I
a
just want it
consumer
labeled.
thing, though. If you don't buy it, then
I
you
don't
don't need
think
to buy it.
you're
Hey, Freddie.
Are you
Hey,
on?
how's it going?
Freddie, do you think that they should label GMO stuff?
That's a controversial issue, and I'm not exactly sure how I feel one way about it or the other.
I'm saying that I don't want them to, because that's a consumer choice.
Oh,
wait, gangsters?
what? No, not gangsters. Genetically modified organism food.
People read?
I do. It's important to me
I think
to know
I don't
what
think we
is
should,
going in
actually.
there.
I mean,
Then don't.
you heard earlier. I mean, I don't know.
If you don't
all the
want that
farmers
stuff,
in East
buy
Washington
specifically
are against
labeled
it because
people-
it's going to make food go up for everybody. Like especially, like the basic foods that are the cheap ones. I think it's a bad idea.
Assume everything you eat is genetically modified unless it necessarily says not genetically modified. Then that's all you gotta do. That's a consumer
Well,
choice.
the
I
companies.
just want them to label that
That's
shit.
government over government regulation of food.
No, well, the companies.
No, just label it. That's it. Label it.
But then you gotta
I
decide.
want to know.
At what level is it though? You don't even know what.
I want a choice.
At what level do they consider
I
it?
want to know if they're putting that shit in my food.
They
I want
are.
to know that shit is in my food.
It's in all the food. Except
No,
for
it
the stuff
isn't.
that's not.
No, it
in all
isn't.
in all food.
No, it's not.
It's in most of it. I bet it is.
Hey, what if they're putting monkey shit in your drink? Do you want to know?
I don't want to know. I just want to eat it.
What? That's insane.
Why? It's fine. If there's
We are
anything-
insane. Welcome to the
Not
club.
insane.
Let's
What I'm
dance.
saying- What I'm
that-
saying is I just want them to label that shit. I just want to know. That's all I'm asking.
You don't need
Is
to-
that too much to ask?
It's too much to ask.
No, it's not too much asked.
That's up to the companies to tell you whether or not they want to tell you. And if you don't want it,
they're not going to
you
tell
don't have
me.
to buy it.
They have no
Nobody's
incentive.
making you buy this food. If you don't want to buy it, then don't buy it. Buy stuff that's specifically eat your own food.
Monsanto is on the run just because.
I just want to know if I'm buying chips or whatever. I just want to know. And if I don't care, listen. If I don't care that it has GMOs in it, if I don't care, and it says it has GMOs, I'm going to buy it.
Okay.
But I would like to know. That's all. Just label that shit. That's all I'm saying. Simple.
Is
that so hard?
But who's gonna?
Is that so hard?
No, it's
somebody
not.
has to regulate that thing, and that sets up entire branches of government. They have to have the labeling thing. They have to have some kind of standard, and then the standards move around. You don't know at what standard they call it genetically modified. What if it's only a little bit genetically modified? What is it very?
Then I want to know.
You don't know how. I mean, then they got to have all these labels and there's all these numbers. And you don't know what the numbers are. Maybe it's 10% genetically modified, and you don't even know what that means.
Yeah, I do.
Maybe.
I do.
That's what you.
I know exactly what that means.
But then they're going to try to change all the numbers, and then they're going to sue you over the numbers.
You're talking to junior scientist boy over here. I know exactly what that means. I know exactly.
But I just
what
made that up. I just made it up. Hey, Freddie, how's the production end going? Hello?
Hello?
Freddie? It's not Freddie, is it?
Freddie, pass the phone.
You pass the phone to a joker.
Talk to Freddie? Oh, Freddie, okay.
Oh, is this Jared?
Yeah, this is Jared.
Oh, hi,
You're
Jared.
talking to your daily hour with me.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. It's been a while since I've been on the show.
Yeah. Yours even. Do you want to chime in about this? We're talking about the
GMOs. Label or not
labeling
label.
them.
I can't really tell what you're saying, but you're asking me if I want to be on the show?
Oh, yeah. Do you want to do that too?
That'd be cool. I assume that you said yes. I can't tell what you're saying. But yeah, but here's Freddie anyway.
Hello?
Hey,
we're done arguing.
How's the production end going? Maybe for now.
I'm not done
I
arguing.
think it's good. I think we're on TV. I don't know. I turned in the tapes, but I'm not at home right now. But I think everything's going okay. Everything's going all right on our end.
Did you?
Hopefully, I might not be on TV right now, but you should find out from somebody, I think.
We might not be. It's possible.
Possible. Yeah, because
All right,
when after I left, or when I got to TCTV for the meeting, Bill was not there, and I turned in the episode, and then when I left, he was also not there. So maybe I'm hoping that there was.
I can look at the website there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look right now. How's did you get TCTV for Thursday?
I did not confirm it yet.
Did you try? Because maybe Dan says it's most likely that we can get it.
Odds are good.
What?
Odds are good. Odds are good. This is the 5th week of the month, and things are pretty light.
Right. I think there will not be a problem getting it, but I did not schedule it yet.
Okay, wait. Today is Monday.
We will know tomorrow afternoon.
21st, right? Yeah.
We will know tomorrow afternoon.
I think we're not scheduled.
I was afraid of that.
Yep. I think we missed it.
Dang it.
Something went wrong. Well, we're also not
I
scheduled.
especially apologize to Marcia because I know that she probably would have been watching.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe yeah. Thanks, Marcia. All right. Well, thanks, Freddie. Sounds like you're having a good time there.
Someone had a question about Prophet Atlantis. Do you still have a question about Prophet Atlantis?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, yes, Tom Dorsey speaking, Buddy Guy Goyles otherwise. Just curious about this Prophet Atlantis character.
Yeah.
Now, is he a good guy, at heart? Does he have the mind of the people in his heart? Is that what he's here for? Because if so, he's got my vote. I don't want to vote for a phony guy.
Vote for him.
Running
I do
for
every
office?
time.
The
Yeah, he
Prophet
is. He is. Yeah.
He's got to come on the program. What is he running for?
Well, I'm voting for him. He's got my vote.
What is he
That's for
running
damn
for?
sure.
He's a good guy.
What is he
I've
running
known
for?
him for years. He's a good guy.
Great.
I used to watch him on TV also. What's he running for?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I can't understand you.
What is he running for, Dan? What is he running for?
Can you hear me?
Your words are conflating.
Can you hear me?
What is he running for?
I truly appreciate you guys having me here, talking to me about Prophet Atlantis, because, you know, honestly, he sounds like a great guy. I mean, he has the people.
This is Dan talking. Can you understand me?
And I'm people. I'm a people person.
What's he running for? Dan, what's he running for?
What is he running?
You know, Dan knows.
What office is he
running for? Councilman.
I forgot.
Oh, you don't know? Is that why you?
I forgot.
City
He's
council?
running for councilman right now, and I think that everybody should go out and vote for him.
All right.
Yeah, here, I'm gonna get the phone back. Thanks for being on.
Okay.
I guess I would vote for him. I kind of know him. I watched him on TV for years. I think I used to watch you on TV too. Hey, Freddie, it's time for a commercial break.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.
We'll be right back.
He runs for something different every time.
Dance, Oli, dance.
No, he
Dance, Oli, dance.
But he runs because he can. And he has
Live
ideas.
TV dance party.
Yep.
First Friday of each month. 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. TCTV Studio A. 440 Yager Way. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I vote for him every time.
Oh, that's funny.
Coming up tomorrow
on the program.
11:30 p.m.
Your daily hour with.
Yeah, hey everybody, it's the commercial.
Here we are. We got some more pictures for you today. We got some stuff from downtown.
Downtown, look at these. Oh yeah, look at the
parking meters. Look at them. Have you seen them yourself?
We're on every night, 11:30 and 2 a.m. on TCTV channel 22. Thank you.
It was all improv. Everything we did together was improv.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we worked.
Just like this for the program, kind of, then, huh? Or it was a little bit more structured than the program was, though, right? We're talking about Prophet Atlantis and Dan's old show. I used to watch you, Dan, on TV way before I met you when I was very young. I don't know, when I was like a little kid and I was watching you on TV, and I thought you were a TV person, you know? I was like, hey, look at this guy on TV, and the Prophet, too.
Well, he probably still is a TV person.
Apparently so, at least once a week, if nothing else.
Yeah. I watched you on TV if I ever met. I was like, oh, it's the guy from TV. So,
do we still want to talk about GMOs?
We can keep talking about it.
Well, briefly, I think that GMOs can be dangerous if they insert herbicide within the plant itself, within the food itself, and that herbicide, or whatever to combat predators for
bugs and stuff.
Like apple seeds have cyanide in them.
What is genetically modified? Is that pesticides? Is that what it means?
Yeah, basically.
Is that like
essentially
the same thing as organic and not organic?
They take a length of genetic DNA.
Yeah.
And they splice in another chunk of DNA from something completely different. Okay? And they splice that in. And the way it works is it's like this train track, railroad car. If you unzip it, you've got this railroad track. Right. And an enzyme will come along. It's a thing of NRA, and it will snip out a piece of it, copy it, put it back, and make copies. And then it will create these little lengths of DNA. And it can do that anywhere along the length of the chromosome, along the length of DNA. And this would be a ladder that's, 50 million rungs. and it can take any size snippet from any place. Okay, so when you artificially insert different rungs that haven't had the chance of being tested out in nature for very long at all, ever, okay,
or just a natural sense of evolution.
Well, this little snippet of DNA becomes a protein, and the protein folds. All proteins fold, and they form a shape, and those shapes fit into other things, and they have coenzymes that work with them, and they latch onto things, and they do things, and it's extremely complicated. And for something new like this, they haven't had a chance to see what that different shaped protein does in all of the organism systems that it works on. It's in our food, right? We eat it, and there are these weird proteins. And there hasn't been much in the way of any effort whatsoever to study what this protein, how it affects things when it's active in our stomachs, in our nervous system, in our liver.
Yeah.
Okay, and the corporations that make this, they don't have the time or the interest in studying this. It doesn't matter to them.
Why are they making it in the first place?
Well, in the case of a plant, they would insert the DNA of something else that creates a toxin that kills bugs. They have not studied what that does to us. They have no interest. And the only reason they would ever do it is because they had to.
They probably eat
Some
that stuff,
government regulation would tell them, you have to do this thing. And they're like, fuck you, we don't want to do it. And they say, it's a regulation, or you can't do your shit here. Right? So they do it. And that's the only way we know. It's the only way they know, because they have to, because some stupid government regulation makes them do it.
Makes them genetically modify the
shows
food?
up and checks their shit out to see if they're following the regulation. And the corporation whines and snivels because they have to do something that might be safe for people. Oh, God. Sorry, I'm being sarcastic. Anyway.
If you're worried about that stuff,
you
don't have to buy it.
I'm annoyed because it's like knowing that corn has GMOs in it, I would like to know that it does or it doesn't. And if I don't care, I'll get some. And if I do care, I won't get some. I'll find something that is labeled. But I just want the label on there.
You can assume, if you assume that it doesn't have it, and if everybody who is supposed to do it assumes it doesn't have it, then that food will stop being sold because nobody's buying it anymore.
Let me offer an analogy for me personally, okay? I had diabetes once. And when I would look at a food item, I would look at the label and I would look at the ingredients. It would say how many carbs, how many sugars per serving. And I needed to know because I had to limit my carbs in order to get better. Now, the only reason that label was there was some government regulation that told them they had to do an analysis of the foods that they offer to say how many sugars, how many protein, how much potassium, how much cholesterol, yada, yada, yada. And they have to...
Why can't we just eat food?
Not filler.
Why does all the food have to be all this label stuff? If you want to do that stuff, eat good food. I mean, eat green food. Don't eat this junk. You can tell what's junk and what's not junk by looking at it. Why do you have to look at the nutrition label and decide what's good or bad?
It's somewhat dubious, Kenny.
That is another argument. That's a different argument.
Just decide it's
different
good.
argument.
If you don't
My
want this
argument
weird
is,
stuff,
I want to know certain facts about the food that I'm going to eat. If there's a bag, some company is selling a bag of coprolites to me.
Yeah.
Chocolate-covered coprolites with almonds, right?
Yeah, but they shouldn't. Why?
Okay,
but you think that they should be forced to tell you?
I would like to know that it's coprolites. It's actual coprolites. I would like to know there's almonds in it or not. Maybe I have an allergy. I would like to know how many carbs it is, how much protein it is, and so for my own personal health reasons, whether I care or not, or whatever reasons I may have, I can look at it and choose it and be informed.
Okay, what if there's a new company that's like a startup company, and they're trying to sell food to retailers, And when they get into the market, they say, the retailer now is going to have to say, are you genetically modified or not? And then they have to go, like, hire people to come, like scientists, and come check out their food, and they have to pay for it, and then they have to pay to get this government label on there too. It's going to be harder for startup companies to do it.
Yes, so we'll cut into their profits by 0.00001%.
Maybe for the small companies, maybe more than that, because they don't have that much to start out with.
See, there I would say that's speculation.
Yeah, I'm speculating. I just don't actually know anything about it. What are the other voting things?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I think it's the power.
You think it's the camera?
Yeah.
Are you gonna fix it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go fix it. We can play the dice game though. You guys can get the dice game going.
Okay.
Well,
Talk about the other.
I'm gonna, talk a little bit about GMOs myself here briefly, and that is that there's some sort of natural poison, cyanide, within apple seeds, and it has gotten there through evolution, and the apple seed trees had evolved to have cyanide within the seed itself to kind of impact it would impact the bird that eats the cyanide laced apple seed. This is a fact of nature, but to play God with seeds, that is to play God with seeds that we don't necessarily know what's going on there, is it's somewhat dangerous for us to do something like that. I mean, if we want to test the safety of inserting
okay, we're ready.
Roundup into corn seeds or apple seeds or whatever else, I can possibly be a lab rat with compensation, of course, but I'm not.
I will a 3.
Oh. Oh, Dan wills a 3. It's still not working. Still not working here. No. Here, roll the dice. We're gonna roll the dice and then you can fix your mic. 114, Carl, you're the winner.
Hey, look at that.
Uh-oh. Oh, now I went over and kicked the camera and it's messed up again. All right. Well,
we love problems here on the program.
Yeah.
Anyway,
is there any other?
Oh,
we can go on and on about these GMOs, but what about the other ballot initiatives or whatever?
I'm kind of drawing the blank.
Okay, my mic is working. There's a couple others that are important. I'm trying to remember what they are.
Hey, this is an interesting episode.
Can't remember any of them. What about the people? You know anything about the people who are running for city council or mayor? Is the mayor changing over? What about that?
The county auditor. Yeah. Hello? Oh, this is annoying. Okay, the county auditor is running, and there's Gary Alexander, who is I don't know how right-wing he is, but he's very Republican. And there is, I just don't vote for Republicans ever. It's just good policy as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, and the person also running is Mary Hall. Gary Alexander comes from a financial background, and she comes from a voting background, and the county auditor does both. So those two are running. I'm voting for Mary Hall. There's Sue Gunn is running for. I'm voting for her. She's much more progressive. There's a Tim Eyman ballot measure. He's awful.
He's gonna be the death of the state.
Yeah.
What's his new one?
I don't know. I haven't read it. I can't say. It's just awful.
Anything Tim Eyman writes is like, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
anything that spawns from him is dark.
Very much dark. I mean, it's dark like.
Well, he's with a group of people that are they're very libertarian, partly.
He must be on the ALEC, which is American Legislative Exchange Council, and this group that is ALEC people wine and dine like legislators and corporations, and one gets an idea from one group, gets an idea from the other group, and so they collaborate. You know, it's really bad when corporations and legislators can collaborate. So
I'm trying to fix the camera still. If you were in the dark. Oh, here it comes.
Hello? Hello?
Oh no.
There we go.
The camera's messed up. It's cutting in and out.
So,
but you don't know what the Tim Eyman initiative is, so even the number or anything?
They always, every single one of them have to do with reducing fees or taxes from something.
Yeah.
Taxes. It's always against paying taxes.
But there's a fee that comes with democracy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, it's not a pay-as-you-go system.
Every single society, every single culture, every single civilization, however it's managed to run, whatever it is, there's a price for that.
There is a price.
There's always a price for that.
We're going to get the voters pamphlet, find out this other stuff too.
Yeah, I got it. I haven't read it.
Yeah, I have it also.
I got the ballot today.
I don't know anything about it. If you have any opinions about, I'm trying to get the cameras to go. If you have any opinions about these voting things, call in. You could easily sway my vote. I don't know about anything, so tell me what to vote for, please.
I am highly opinionated. Beware.
Yeah, Dan is. But if you want to call in, I mean, unless you're calling in on a Sunday, I am not. I don't know what it is. You can tell me, and I'll probably believe you. Maybe it depends on what it is. I don't believe in. For some reason,
I may not buy your opinion.
1 minute left.
Oh no!
Because I'm a chizzy, tight, white, skin-filled, cheapskate bastard.
Okay.
Oh, I'm trying to fix the thing. Well, I'm not know if I'm able to fix it in the next 1 minute.
Horribly.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
I don't know why you're so zoomed in, but that's what it's going on right now. I think I kind of have to hold it. I have to hold the camera to get it to work right now, so I don't think we're going to be able to fix it by the time the thing is done with. But thanks, Dan. Thanks, Carl. Thanks for being here today. Thanks, Freddie and Mr. Ginsu and Marcia. Who else?
We forgot to call McDonald's.
We didn't call McDonald's. Thanks, McDonald's anyway. They have GMO food anyway.
Thank you, Mr. Ginsu.
Thanks.
And Freddie.
Yes.
And Dan Dobler.
And those people who were on the phone with Freddie, whoever you are.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's the end of the show. We've made it through another episode without losing consciousness or dying. Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Dying.
We are dying. Oh, we're dead.
Thanks for coming for a date.
Yeah.
Thanks, TVs.
TV 22.
Thanks, computers.
Thank you, Pemby.
Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, we're on there. Check it out.
Thank you, chemistry.
And the website.
Thank you, meteorology. Thank you, video technology.
Thanks, crew. You guys want to be on the crew? I'm doing anything if you want, though.
Chinese-made fireworks.
Thank you, chemistry.
TheBaby.com, check it out. TCTV, yeah.
Thank you, biology.
Psycho Feeling. Jordy E, thank you.
Thank you, physics.
Thurston County, Washington State, USA.
Physics.
Thank you, Moon.
Viewers that you are watching, thank you.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, dog.
Thank you, Mother Nature.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you, Mother Nature.